Bobby Lee's like hitting the buttons like
You didn't even start it.
Oh, did I? Yeah, I did.
Oh, look at that. You did.
But he's hitting the buttons like with his finger, like one at a time.
Yeah.
And the director's like, you don't hit the just do it how you normally do. You don't do it like that. And he goes, sometimes I do. And then like he's on like an assembly line. There's just like a bunch of bits of him doing it, and he's like staring at the camera, like smacking shit with the hammer.
What is this for?
For Mad TV.
Oh, it's Mad TV.
Yeah, and he goes, they're like, just act normal. That's not what you do in the lab. Sometimes I do.
I really liked Mad TV as a kid.
I'd have to be honest. As a kid, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As a kid, I think that those skits appealed to me a lot more than SNL.
You know why that was? It's because it was on Comedy Central. Or was it on Comedy Central? What was it on? Yeah. And it was also it was on roughly after school, right?
Really?
If I can remember right, it was like...
That makes more sense.
Or reruns were on after school, not new episodes. So I think that's why it hit our generation. Because Bobby Lee always talks about how only Mexicans like this show.
Yeah. He always talked about how it was like this super ghetto thing. And like...
He didn't have any
people in like the industry didn't respect him because he worked on Mad TV and stuff. Which is crazy to think. Because probably the new age like director, like one of the best new directors... Jordan Peele, like
he came out of it.
He came out of it.
Yeah, I think
Key and Peele are both very successful.
Will Sasso's from
Will
Mad
Sasso.
TV.
That guy's
Callen.
insanely.
Speaking of Brian Callen, did you hear everything?
Yes, I wanted to talk about that.
You were holding on to it?
Yes.
You didn't mention it to me?
Nope. I'm good. Hey, I am good at this kind of stuff, dude.
You were hiding?
I literally hold on to so much information up here solely for this podcast. You think that I just talk to you all week and blow my fucking load?
I do.
You think I'm just on the phone just cooming out fucking all my great ideas? No, I got more shit up there. Do I forget about them? Do I lose them back there?
So another hero is a rapist.
Yeah. This one, I'm going to victim blame. No, this one sounds more like it's just a fake accusation. Because have you heard like the details on it?
I read the LA Times article,
which, from what I hear, let me put it in prefaces.
You've only got the story from hearing it from other people like Andrew Schultz.
Yes, and
because he saw the same video I did.
But he did go into depth about how the LA Times article
went into depth about the rape.
Yeah, and it's like it's very bad, but not bad because it was written very well. So the lady is articulate.
Let's be very clear before. I don't think we've even explained what we're talking about. This guy that we like,
Brian Callen, a comedian,
a LA comedian, is on The Fighter and the Kid with Brendan Schaub.
Yes.
I can't talk.
I can't talk right now.
And
man,
you know what's fun is that
I wish I would have cried first.
Brendan or Brian Callen, when he's like credited for stuff, I think he always gets credited as like friend of Joe Rogan. Like that's his number one credit. Like he's best buds with Joe Rogan. A Hangover cameo.
Hey, that man should have won an Oscar.
He was he had a split second in The Joker.
Yeah, literally just showed the back of his head.
So after Chris D'Elia got his underage girl thing in the LA Times. There were stories coming out that Brian, which I didn't know, I didn't even hear anything about, that he was a potential rapist. And since then, one girl has come out and said he had raped her back in like the 90s, I think. And like just a full-on rape. And that he was like sexually inappropriate with other girls is what the other... very forward, asking girls, if you want stage time, you gotta blow me, shit like that.
If you tell me that, I believe it, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's also part of, like, his act, right? Is this very, like, confident guy that has, like, this, like, charisma and shit. And that's, like, what he plays up. And even then, like, he'll, like, kind of overdo it, like, flexing in front of people. Which is, like, I don't know. I think it's funny. It makes me laugh. Maybe it makes girls uncomfortable. But this girl in particular dated Brian Callen.
For a while, yeah.
For a while. They had... multiple instances of sexual intercourse. Mm-hmm. At some point, she cut it off, and she didn't want to.
I heard that this. I think what it was, based on the story that on the LA Times, is that this girl had a boyfriend at the time.
Yes,
and they were hooking up. I think they were both cheating. Brian and the girl were cheating on people at the same time, and things got caught.
See, I hate that shit because
the girl says Brian raped her.
Yeah,
and that her boyfriend wanted to kill him, but she just kept it in for 20 years. And
it seems like something to let.
This is what, and then now with the Crystalia stuff, she finally came to light and went to the LA Times. So this is what the story is.
See, it really sucks because like
Brian has said he's never raped a girl in his life.
This all screams like this girl's like just kind of looking for clout / kind of trying to clear her name, which it screams that. But it sucks because now we also live in an age where you can't say that, because if you say that, then you're like doing this victim blaming stuff. But in reality, it like he's come out like this girl has tried to work with him since like has actively been like friends with him and talked with him.
Yeah, she is based on what I've heard that they've been on the similar sets together.
They were supposed to be like
they've done table reads.
Yeah, together they were supposed to like they did chemistry reads.
That doesn't necessarily mean though that that he didn't rape her.
Yes,
it is possible that she was she has been working with him.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like go off and be like this girl's like
completely
a fucking
discredited.
Complete liar.
I don't know.
I want her to be because I don't.
I like Brian Callen.
I like Brian Callen, which is and
Andrew Schultz did make a good point.
I'm not hoping for the girl to be raped.
Yeah, Andrew Schultz made a good point though. I mean, the only person that I believe throughout all these is Brian Callen because he made a video. Yeah. Like everybody else makes a written. Like if you have to plan out what you say and you still can't even like say it like mano y mano through your mouth, you're more than likely lying. Or in Louis C.K.'s, you just did it. Yeah. Like it's not like you lied, hid it, or anything. You just jerked off in front of those girls.
Did you watch the Brian Callen video?
No. No.
So
I have no information.
You're almost just plagiarizing the Andrew Schultz video.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But that being said, he's onto a good point. I get it. And you know what? If
you're like a kid who never read the book, and just winging it up there.
Yeah. Oh, you give me Spark Notes, I'll read that off verbatim. You asked me earlier because you watched Hamilton. You were like, "Hey, do you know what Hamilton's about?" And I go, "Yeah, it's about our forgotten founding father, Alexander Hamilton, and his rise from poverty to greatness during the Independence War," which is verbatim. That is verbatim. And I said this to you.
When did you look that up?
Like 2 days ago. Literally looked it up, and I read it verbatim. What comes up when you Google what is Hamilton about?
I bet if you were to ask the general population, nobody has any fucking clue what that shit is about. If you've never seen the play, or the Disney Plus filming of it,
yes,
I guarantee you don't have a fucking clue. I had no idea. All I heard is all the records that Hamilton was. I literally thought it was like a Shakespeare play.
Yeah, 100%.
Recreated in modern time.
I thought this was
that they just constantly rapped in.
I was 100% positive that I'm only basing this off of Jimmy Neutron when they do that Shakespeare play, which I just found out is Hamlet, not Hamilton.
Yeah, it's
and
Hamlet.
I thought that they were the same thing.
You thought Jimmy Neutron was going to make an appearance in Hamilton?
Yes. No, I thought that like it was like the Space Odyssey thing. I don't know.
So I'm watching
but I also think that was like...
I'm watching the first 15 minutes of this thing, right?
Changed.
And they're all like dressed in wigs and...
rapping
like 1700s, and I was like, man, they are spending a lot of time in this era. When do they get to the new shit? 30 minutes later, they're still talking about this shit. I was like, this is just what this is about. I had no idea. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then I fell asleep there. I still don't really know what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's just like him. I think that he's gay.
Speaking of gay, let's get back to the rapes.
Yeah.
Gay has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I want to be on Brian Callen's side, and but if this girl also came out with like a video that was very like, believable, and
I feel like you're screaming at me.
And then Andrew Schultz, like, yeah, I might be, And then
it's okay.
And then Andrew Schultz like comes out and like defends the girl and is like, "Oh, I'm on the girl's side." I'd probably completely
You would flip.
Yeah, I'd flip in a heartbeat because that guy knows how to talk. There's one thing that Andrew Schultz could talk me into anything. Like that guy.
He actually,
I'd become a Nazi if he just started going off on like his own.
He just started talking about the Third Reich.
Yeah, or if he just started pushing like socialism views on me, I'd go full commie for this.
I like Andrew
Schultz.
I finally figured out that I actually don't agree with like. I think I'm at like 30% of the things that he says.
Really?
Because he does have that way of talking where you're like, oh man, I want to believe this guy. But then you just start thinking about the stuff he says and you're like,
he's very confident.
He is very confident. He started talking about how Sacha Baron Cohen, who is Borat and Bruno, how he kind of is just...
If he says anything other than a genius... I'd have to watch the video so that way he can convince me.
Yeah, he was literally saying how he wasn't really a genius.
Really?
Yeah, and
that's insane. I think that
and that he was using using these people and manipulating them to like.
What is his new show? Your newer show?
What is America? This is America. Something is America.
This is America.
Yeah, I know. I always get it confused. It's bad timing on him.
Yeah,
with the fucking name.
Yeah,
I think it's Who is America.
Yeah, Who is America? I think I know that it's a question and then something America. I know that.
But Sacha Baron Cohen was going to. You've
been cutting me off a lot, not letting me go.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, people want to hear me talk.
Now.
So I think that fucking show is genius.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
We're not talking about that show. He was doing some other shit where he was going to essentially like rallies with COVID and shit like that. And he was...
Sacha Baron Cohen was?
Yeah. He's playing a character, right? He's doing a character thing. And he was talking about like the Kung Flu and getting people to like sing with him. And Andrew was basically taking the side of like, he's just tricking these people into... Essentially what Sacha Baron Cohen does.
Yeah.
He was basically saying how it's like manipulative. And I was like, I mean...
Yeah. That's the funniness of it. I like him playing into these crazy people and just like it's very funny for somebody to like ironically agree with like these crazy people and then them be like, wait, you believe that too? Me too. And then like,
and he was essentially saying that these people might be smart and that he's editing around it to make like
he for sure
it's
is.
Like, yeah, I know, I guess if you want to like take the humor out of it,
I'm gonna touch you with my butt, make you look like a homosexual. That is good shit.
But I don't think Sacha Baron Cohen is really trying. Like, he is trying to send a message, but also like he's just trying to make you fucking laugh. And
yeah,
he does it better than 90% of fucking any comedian.
Yeah, I mean, Borat's hilarious.
That was something I really disagreed with that Andrew Schultz guy.
Did you like Bruno?
It's funny, but Borat's is like his like apex mountain.
That's
in my mind.
Yeah, I don't know what an apex mountain is.
It's your peak in your career, your biggest. Essentially, your biggest moment in your career.
I thought that was like Mount Rushmore or something.
You know what actually is Mount Rushmore?
What?
Mount Rushmore.
Well,
that's what people would say.
Yeah, I get it, dude.
Not Apex Mountain. Are we done with Brian Callen?
Yeah, we're done with that.
You don't think he's a rapist?
Nope.
I don't want him to be. I'm just kind of sick and tired of like people going down as like a rapist again. Like more. You wait long enough and another one's going to be a rapist. You looking up for something?
I was trying to remember what I had to talk about today.
I got other stuff.
No, like it's not that like I'm running out of stuff. It's just that I remembered that there was like two things that I specifically, three things because Brian Callen was one of them. There was two other things that
we can go back to Mad TV for a little bit.
Really, really wanted to talk about.
Where my theory on Mad TV is just that
it was the timing of it when it was on.
Bobby Lee career is probably significantly bigger than he thinks because the fans that he had, he just didn't know were kids, essentially like middle schoolers, grade
and we
schoolers,
grew into it.
I'm not saying
that is a good point.
Here's another bold claim. It's the same effect that the Jonas Brothers had, where back when we were tweens, little kids, everybody who was a fan of the Jonas Brothers.
You were a tween. I wasn't a tween. I was a full.
Nobody really.
I was a teenager. You were
essentially.
A tween. What does that mean? Is that a twink tween?
I don't know what it fucking means.
Is that a twink teen? You were a twink, yeah. Not me. I was a big fucking solid man. Teenager growing into a fucking apex predator. Not a predator. No. Wait. Not a predator.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say predator after.
Yeah, we had
talk about
apex specimen.
Just because I said apex doesn't mean you just get to
No,
I
can use apex. I use apex a lot. That's in my everyday apex vocabulary because my vocabulary is so apex. That's just what it is.
Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the next thing. What do you got? What's your next topic you have?
Well, I got this apex topic, which is probably my best topic yet.
I actually like that I said Apex Mountain because I got it from a podcast I listen to. But because you don't listen to it, you don't get to call me out for it.
Fuck, dude. I had some shit.
You better start figuring something out before I start going into stuff that you don't want to talk about that I definitely do.
What, Warzone?
No.
Yeah,
You wrote stuff down?
No.
What are you looking for?
I was trying to re-jog my memory, so I was trying to scroll through Twitter and like try to figure out
what's another. So when people say re-jog memory, no problem. You ever hear people say rejigger your memory?
Edit that out.
It makes you feel gross, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I was listening to.
It's almost as bad as it makes me feel when you say Jabberwockies, because I hate that too.
Rob Lowe was on Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
He said rejigger.
Really?
He was talking about he was on a show back when he was like in his youth, and the show
that guy used to be a heartthrob.
Still is.
Really?
Yeah, to me. And he was
fuck that guy.
He's on the lowest rated show of all time, or at least at the time. So they took the show off the air and then like switched up the concept, and he said they had to rejigger it, and it made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It's not fun, right?
Yeah, I'd always say
just say rejog.
Yeah, rejog is fine.
Or recoup it.
Oh, the COVID thing.
What about it?
So I had a COVID scare.
Oh, who cares?
You
were just sick.
Yeah, but I was sick for like 3 days.
Yeah, but
4 days.
You didn't have any COVID symptoms. You could still smell.
I did have COVID symptoms.
Like
sore
what?
throat, coughing, fever.
Yeah, you could smell things.
I was pooping.
Did you have trouble breathing?
I always have trouble breathing.
So no.
Well, because that's like what they don't like tell you is in it they go shortness of breath or shortness of breath after doing small activities.
Yeah.
But it's like
I get that all the time.
Every time I walk up my stairs,
yeah.
I am fucking hand over fucking hips, bent over, going.
Did it make you feel better to get the negative?
It did and it didn't, right? Because I hadn't been working. I was like, they're not going to take this serious because it came back negative. But in reality, it was like what I did was definitely the proper thing to do because like we don't know a whole lot about it. And I like when I work, I come in contact with a lot of people.
My work finally gave us like a standard protocol.
Really?
It's just like if you feel sick, don't go to work. That's really it. They gave me a thermometer.
Really? Mm-hmm. For your butt?
Yes.
That's nuts. I fuck with that. Hey, do you know what a glizzy is?
Yeah, I'm well aware.
What is it?
It's a hot dog. Don't giggle. I've been on.
How many glizzies could you take down, you think?
I don't like one day. So you're behind the TikTok trends. You're young.
Hey, I'm at the apex of glizzies. So
it was about like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't know what videos.
I didn't find out this from TikTok, by the way.
It is a TikTok thing where it started.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know why. It just like people just started making fun of people eating hot dogs, and he got the glizzy, and then everybody made fun of him, and then it has just like it's now the terminology for hot dogs. I don't know why, and I don't know why you're not allowed to eat them because they're shaped like penises. I don't care.
I love glizzies, dude. I could scarf down, I'll scarf down. I
literally
like 20
don't know where
glizzies.
the nickname came from, though. I know it came from TikTok, but why glizzy?
My buddies, I don't think got it from that either. I think that they legitimately call it glizzies because like their names on like old school RuneScape from like 2 years ago are like OG throat goat because like one of them believes that they can scarf down the most glizzies, so he's the throat goat.
This might be prejudice. It might be, every TikTok that mentioned glizzies were black people.
Really?
So it might be a black thing.
I don't think it is.
I have no idea.
I think that it's like where you live. You know what I mean? Like I think that certain states, it's like Coca-Cola. Like I want to see one of those maps. You know, like have you ever seen where what they call soda, like pop, and then it's like
but pop never started getting that shit. Like people didn't make fun of you for drinking pop. Now, if you eat a hot dog, you're a glizzy gobbler.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, and
I think it's like they're making fun of you for being gay. Is that it?
I don't.
I literally don't get it.
That they're just glizzies. Like I saw, like they were linking a bunch of memes.
No, people were hiding. They were hiding. Like if somebody was eating a hot dog, they would hide it and really record them. Like, oh, he got the glizzy.
Really?
Those are the videos.
I really like that.
That's what it is.
That being said, I didn't pop up on any of those videos. Because I down like 3 glizzies a day.
I know you do. Because if you would have saw it 2 weeks ago, you would have been stopped. Yeah. Stopped in your tracks.
Because I go to like those fucking gas stations.
I haven't eaten a hot dog in weeks.
Really?
No.
Because of that?
No, I can't be made fun of by everybody.
Well, you got to be quick about eating your glizzies. Yeah. You just got to take it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even purchase them. I pay for them after I eat them at like gas stations. If I see a glizzy, I eat it right off the grill. Yeah. And then I go up, throw down a $2 bill, and I walk out.
And they go, sir, you're going to have to pay for the 4 you ate already.
Yeah, throw down.
You come in here every day, and you think we don't see you eat those. We have you right here. It's you're peeking over, trying to see.
Hey, sir, just because it took you as long to eat 4 hot dogs as normal to eat 1 doesn't mean that you just pay for 1. I thought it was time-based glizzies. I thought that these glizzies were time-based. Yeah, they were just like linking a bunch of glizzy memes. Like there was like a Lizzie McGuire like cover, and they photoshopped the hot dog onto Lizzie McGuire, and it was Glizzy McGuire. That one was really good. And then there was a glizzy with cum on it.
That one was actually just a penis.
No, this one was a hot dog, and it had mustard, cum, and then ketchup.
Oh, okay.
And
so it is a gay thing.
And then we had the conversation of, in all honesty, I'd rather take off the mustard. If I had to take off one condiment.
That's actually a really good point.
I'm losing the mustard. Mustard's hot garbage. If you put mustard on your glizzies, I'm punching my fist through your chest.
Yeah, if you had a bottle of mustard and cum came out, actually, I'd be more excited.
Yes. If there was 0 condiments and all there was cum and mustard, I'm grabbing that cum. I'm loading that puppy up.
Speaking of cum, I was thinking about the Catholic Church for a little bit.
Yeah.
I just came back from visiting my girlfriend's parents in Minnesota.
You love them?
I love them all.
Okay.
You
got a baby.
I'm sorry?
You had a baby.
Oh, yeah. That's what their family's fine. Great.
Yeah, you held that baby.
I did. Yeah, I held babies. What else?
You baptized it in that lake?
We did go. I went to a baptism. I don't know why I was invited, but I went.
You dunked that baby.
The only thing I want to say, the family's fine. It was honestly nothing weird happened. I got one weird thing that happened. It was at the very end of the trip. By then,
her father took down 12 glizzies, and you never seen anything like it. Oh.
Well, the weirdest part about it was that nobody was watching it but me.
He's just making straight eye contact down in some glizzies.
I mean, he was so quick.
Remember when Manfred was raw dogging those glizzies?
No, he was dipping them in barbecue
well, but
sauce.
they were raw.
Yeah.
Up north, when we were doing Beer Olympics, late in the night, our buddy Manfred just took out a pack of hot dogs, took them, didn't heat them up, and just started dipping them in barbecue sauce and raw dogging those glizzies.
The only thing I like about this story is that our friend Tyler after who was like, I was going dog for dog with the Fred man. Which is just a funny statement to say.
Yes.
Back to parents thing.
Okay.
Everything was fine. Great. No problem. Mm-hmm. No issues. Everybody enjoyed me. I didn't weird anybody out, which is a strange thing.
That's odd.
It's normal to... And it was like the last day we were going to sleep in her aunt's house. That's where we were staying. And her sister and her brother-in-law were staying there as well. So it was like our last time to see him. I was like, all right, see you later. Hugged her sister. Gave her brother-in-law a handshake. Who, up until then, nobody has like been stern with me, Nobody's been like trying to intimidate. It was not, her dad wasn't intimidating, her brother wasn't intimidating, her uncles. Everybody's been friendly. This guy is from the South. He's from Georgia. Mm-hmm. And I think he was going for a protective kind of feel with like the handshake to like let me know.
And he broke your fingers.
No. He was trying to let me know as like if anything happens bad to her, it's kind of, that was the look. I'll give you the handshake, right? He came in with me, stern look. You can do whatever you want.
My hands are wet.
Yeah, and he like leaned in and gave me like a real stern look.
Tilted his head.
He tilted his head. All right.
Really?
So I did not interpret that the way he meant it.
You know what you should have done?
Hold on. Don't go crazy.
Mirrored him.
So he went in and did the hand. I thought it was just going to be a normal handshake because I already met him at this point.
He kissed you.
So he came in and did it, right? And he was like looking at me real stern. But I took it as like a romantic kind of look. And I was like, oh, wow, this is really intimate right now. I really enjoy that. And I said that to him. Mm-hmm. And I said, I like this. I like you. and then
sweet love.
So
man.
he didn't know how to take that. So instead of being like, no, this is what I meant, he goes, yes, and just rolled with it. And I was like, what a swell guy. Not until after when we went to bed did my girlfriend explain to me what that interaction was. I didn't know what he was doing.
You are so funny that you like don't understand like why are social cute.
I told my mom that and she was like, I would have done the same thing. She didn't know.
Well, yeah, you get it from her.
Yeah.
But like it's very funny that certain social interactions like just go right over your head. Whereas like I feel like you're pretty well aware, but it's been getting progressively better because it used to be even worse. Like people would talk to you and you just like you thought that they meant one thing and it mean the complete opposite. And now at least like you realize when people are like either fucking with you or like genuinely like are trying to like take advantage of you. I think that you're better at that now. But there's like certain social cues that you just don't pick up on right away. Like if you're annoying somebody, you can't tell a lot of times.
Sometimes I can, and I'll push it up.
Yeah.
And people are annoyed.
I do.
I'll add on to it.
That story would have been a lot better if it would have ended in you kissing that guy.
Yeah, going for a kiss. Well, really, that's what I thought it was.
You thought the guy was.
I don't know what. I really had no idea.
Did they witness it?
Yeah. My girlfriend did, Elizabeth.
Okay.
Her sister did not. It was just the three of us kind of having this intimate moment of passion. And I really, that was my last interaction with that man. So I don't know how he interpreted it, but I can only imagine that like he was in his head thinking, you know what, I'm really going to try to scare this kid or like I'm going to intimidate him. But when little did he know he was coming face to face with me and that I was just going to pull the rug from underneath him.
And try to make love to him.
Yeah,
hey, do you want to take this to my bed?
Yeah, it's just, it was just a little off-putting. Also, when you're shaking hands, you didn't have to squeeze. You didn't have to like try to be the...
Who?
You.
Oh, yeah.
You were trying to do something.
You want a handshake again?
No.
Come on.
You know how my dermatologist used to shake my hand?
Yeah, let's go.
Go in for a normal handshake. Don't try to be like a... Okay. So, go for it. That's how I used... That was it. That's how I used to do it.
I really like that.
He just...
Was he an old, frail man?
No, he was like a young 39-year-old. Maybe 40-year-old.
I'm big on handshakes.
No, you're big.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, give me a handshake. This is like when I see a man, I go...
Oh, come on.
And it doesn't... I don't care who they are.
That hurts.
They could be... Yeah. Yeah. They could be 5. They could be...
Try it again. Why do you do that?
That's how I always give handshakes.
No,
do it to me.
No, that's my handshake. That's how I do it. Just like a nice
Okay, but now do my handshake to me. I'm at your will. Your will is my command.
Why do you do that?
To assert dominance.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I walk up. I'm the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Ground shakes. This guy's feeling me coming, right? If I come up to him with one of these, it doesn't pack the punch. Like I walk up, boom, boom, pictures falling off the wall.
Don't hurt me. Ow. Stop.
And then, hey, go fetch me a water. you want to now, right?
I kind of want to get you a water.
Exactly.
A little bit.
Yeah. So
hey, can we get him water?
So I used to do this all the time. When I'd meet people, I'd give them handshakes. Like if I was doing work for like an older man, and it would like
rattle them.
It would startle them.
For a second, they would have a World War II flashback.
Well, you'd see it in their eyes. They'd start having like a seizure. But I always
and then they would come to and they give you a good rate. I'll pay you an extra.
Here's $20, sir. Yeah, it's I remember. Although I don't actually shake hands like that, I do give like a nice firm handshake.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
I took this class. I don't think that you took it. I forgot what it was called. Was it entrepreneurship? I think maybe.
I didn't take it. I taught that class.
Yeah,
I was the teacher.
Yeah, and this like class was just about like the real world, like getting a job, stuff like that. So like we had to do like a job application, and actually like she brought in somebody that like actually hires people and all that. And I remember we were supposed to dress nice for the day, so that way we could like pose as if it's a job interview. Well, I showed up fucking cut off shorts on, and I was like, oh no. I was like, I walked up to, I don't know if you know this guy, Tanner Amazewicz.
Yeah, we went to school together since I was like 4.
Yeah. Just gave his first and last name away. But yeah. I go up to the guy and I go, hey, I'm going to need that suit. He goes, I don't know if it'll fit you. It'll be a little bit baggy, because I was a little bit smaller at the time. Yeah. And I was like, it's fine. Let me just wear it. So I put this suit on that clearly somebody who just did the job interview was wearing already. I put it back on, and I went.
How did you not know that this was supposed to be the day you dress up?
I did know, but I was like, they don't give a fuck about that. She was like, I literally give half of the grade for that. And I was like, what? Why would you do that? I was like, I'm about to kill this shit. And like for each, everybody got split up into like 6 different groups.
Did you get points off for using somebody else's suit?
No.
Okay,
she liked me a lot though. But we went and got interviewed by somebody like
who didn't know us. Suit top?
I took the pants too.
Okay.
I took the guy's pants, yeah. And
no, I don't want to take the pants off.
Well, he didn't give them to me. I had to take them.
Oh, okay.
I gave him a handshake.
You didn't want the predator term?
Nope. But go up to this guy, do my interview. This is the only interview I've ever done, is through this class with this guy that like she brought in or whatever. And the guy rated me like the number 1 guy.
Wow.
She wanted.
You were gonna get the job?
He wanted to give me the job.
What was the job?
It was like broken up. I think like accountant. Oh, that's what. Yeah, it was accountant. Yeah.
Would you want to be an accountant now?
Every day of my life.
Yeah.
It is. Most people, right? People say, "What's your dream job?" People will say like, "Garage door technician." Merchandiser, stuff like that. People scream that when they're asked like what their dream job is. Me, on the other hand, I always answer accountant, and it's what I've always wanted to be, and I have it in my genes. It's what I'm like meant to do. Mm-hmm. I have the extra chromosomes to do it, and that's just where I've been my entire life. Is I've always been an accountant at heart.
I was listening to Cody Ko and Noel Miller's podcast.
You wanted to major in engineering, didn't you?
Yeah, but like
you fucking weirdo.
But that was for half a semester, and then I quit it.
Yeah,
and then I went to major in business, and then I quit that too. Those
are the 2 worst majors.
Yeah,
if somebody ever tells me, if I go like, what are you majoring in
so
college?
As somebody who didn't want to go to college, I just picked the most basic ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like, if
somebody, same thing everybody does.
If I talk to somebody and they're in college, I go, oh, what do you major in? And they go, engineering. I go, oh, you're never going to use your degree.
Yeah.
You will be in big debt. Mm-hmm. And you're going to do nothing.
And then drop out.
Yeah. Or if they say business, I just, at that point, I write them off. I don't, say, hey, what are you majoring in? And we give each other a handshake.
Okay. Hey, what are you majoring in?
Just shove your hand away. My handshakes tell a world of things. Hey, you want to make up rumors at this party that we're going to later?
Yeah.
The first thing that I'm going to do, it's going to be a spoiler for you. I'm going to tell everybody that Yogi took a shit, like when he didn't take a shit.
I was literally going to say something, which is a very good...
Cody Ko.
Yes, and you cut me off. It's perfect to go into the segment.
Okay.
When I was watching them, they had a little bit when one started talking, and then the other one goes, "No, go ahead." And then the other one said, "No, go ahead." And then they literally, "No, go ahead." "No, go ahead." A little funny, little ha-ha, because they were both being very polite to each other. "No, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead." And then I thought about us. And how I don't think either one of us have ever said that as a joke, as a nicety. No. Okay. And it's even more poignant when you just did it to me when I was trying to bring it up a second ago.
No. Okay. So we're switching segments. Go talk into a segment.
Thank you. Okay. I can talk about whatever I want.
No, I'm going to talk. This is what we're doing. We're going to talk about the rumor thing that I want to do. You saw those big fucking fireworks? The firework factory?
Oh, you want to talk about that?
Sure.
Lame.
You don't like that?
Move on. Yeah, I mean,
you saw the wedding? Oh, how much time?
Where the girl? It's not really a wedding. It's just a girl was taking a bride picture. Yeah.
You saw that?
I saw every video you've seen. I've seen as well.
No.
You saw the one. You saw the one on TikTok.
Did you see the one that was like right next to the explosion?
Yeah.
And like everybody was like, "How did this guy even live?"
Yeah, they did survive though.
Really?
Yes.
That's nuts.
So you asked me if I've seen the video. You said no, you haven't. And then I said they survived, and you go, "Oh, he has seen it."
Yeah.
I have no idea if they survived. I made that up.
Yeah. Did you see the guy on the jet ski?
Yes.
Really?
Who knows? I saw a TikTok one where they were out in the bay. And they're pretty. That was probably the best one that I've seen.
Those before and after pictures are insane.
I haven't seen the before or after pictures.
Really?
Is it just like there was buildings and now there's nothing?
There was a coast line and now there's Is
it just water?
Water there.
That's cool.
It literally, where the factory was, it's just water now. Because it was like a little.
That was such a crazy one because it's such a huge explosion. I mean, it's one of the biggest non-nuclear explosions of all time.
Yeah.
When something like that happens, people just immediately go, they were attacked.
Yeah.
Like they must have been
Have
attacked.
you seen the videos of it?
Yeah, I've seen every
like
video.
Where there's like it's like a thermal of it and you see like a little line come down into it or whatever.
Oh,
are they're saying that like it was hit by a missile or whatever.
So they're theorizing that it was.
Yeah. That's
I haven't heard any of that.
Yeah,
I haven't no conspiracy.
I'm in on the loop.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of things.
Is this from Tim Dillon? Did he say that?
No.
I feel like this is a Tim Dillon thing.
No, I saw it on Facebook.
Did you? Oh, it must be real.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I had to tell you.
Oh, is this the second thing of the?
Yes.
First one was COVID. Number 2 is?
I've stooped so fucking low.
Here we go. Yeah.
In life.
Yes, you have. I mean, that isn't recent.
It's not recent.
Yeah.
Name the one videos where if you found out that I was watching these videos, you'd call me a fucking dork.
Incest porn.
No.
Oh.
What would be one thing like that I watched that I'm a dork?
I don't know. Probably like machinima of like World of Warcraft videos.
No. I mean, I've watched that was a long time ago. I mean, I do still do it today, but I don't think that's dorky. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Name something that's dorky.
You watching magic videos.
I do that too, but hey, stop naming off like other things that I watch. It's a new thing. I've never watched it until
You've never
recently.
Seen these.
Yes.
Man, I don't know.
I'm addicted to these videos, and I watch a lot of them.
It's not chiropractic videos.
No, it's dorky.
Dorky?
It's Pokemon card opening videos.
Oh, you started watching those?
Yeah.
What, by Simply Unlucky?
No, his name's Lionheart or something.
Oh, I don't know him. Simply Unlucky is Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
This guy's the best. I don't know what it is. I really like his videos.
You watch the Pokemon opening ones?
Yeah, he opens up Pokemon cards.
So the Pokemon openings they're of the new meta, so they're not even like...
No, he does like...
He does the old ones?
Yeah, he also gets like heavy packs of the original, the OG ones. He gets those heavy packs too.
Yeah, I can't watch these. I don't give a fuck
about
them.
He wears like a camera right here, and then he also has a camera on his face, and it shows like what... And then he does the 3 trick. You know the 3 trick?
Yeah, where
you put the 3 so that way you get the energy first, and then the holographics the last one.
Yes, the last 3 are the most rare. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So he does that, and every time that he gets it, he goes, "Oh my god! I just pulled a Charizard!"
Well, you've seen there's nothing that beats the one where the guy, he has gloves on and he's opening up the Magic the Gathering box opening, and there's this card called the Black Lotus. essentially it starts you off with more like the resource system for this game. It's called mana, and the Black Lotus gives you like extra mana like instantly. It's like a really solid card.
Okay.
And the card is worth like I think $3,000 on its own in like good condition.
Really? So the Magic the Gathering pay to win?
I mean, all card games are pay to win.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
No.
Yeah, so essentially this is like super rare card, and he's literally like when people make the generic nerdy voice, like with their sinuses and shit like that, that's how this guy talks. He's Black Gloves, and he's opening up the cards, and he's like, is this going to be the Black Lotus? And his hands are shaking.
Yeah, no, his hands shake too. Yeah, when he goes, because he pulls it up, and he sees the fire at the bottom, and he is waiting for it. Oh my god! I just pulled the original dude. He got his shit appraised too at like $20,000.
The Black Lotus is.
Why is he going crazy?
I don't know. Whenever we're doing this, they're going crazy nowadays. But the Black Lotus guy was like, "Oh my god, it's the Black Lotus!" Like he just can't.
Yeah. I watched so many, like, I'm not kidding you. I watched like 3 or 4 Pokemon card open. I, as a kid, never even really, like, I did get into Pokemon, but I didn't have like that many Pokemon. I had more Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You don't even understand the concept of the game, do you?
How to play it?
Yeah. Of the card game?
No.
You have no idea, right?
No.
Nobody
does.
I do now because of my friends who play the card game.
And they like it?
They do enjoy it. I am not a huge fan. It's fine.
It is weird, right? That Pokemon cards are probably one of the most collectible.
Yeah, but nobody.
But it's a card. It's a card game that like nobody gives a fuck about playing.
Yeah, I mean the hardcore people do, but yes, and the general population cares more about a Charizard.
But even then, like
card than they do about the game.
Yeah, so like, is a Charizard even good? Like, is it like one of the best cards?
No, because this is how the game works: is that they have new sets. So every like year or so, all cards essentially from the old sets you can't use. So they'll just like cut off a certain point. Okay. And then the new generation or set will all be released. And then sometimes there will be card names that have the same effect as they did the previous year. So you can reuse if they have the same effect and they're the same name, you can reuse them. Okay. But generally, like the cards that we grew up with, it's inherently a different game. Like you just can't use those cards anymore.
Yeah. So it's like literally, it's Yu-Gi-Oh, crazy how it's based on.
Yu-Gi-Oh is way different.
But does Yu-Gi-Oh even have like any cards that are worth a lot of money?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Fuck yes.
Like the right hand of Exodia?
No. Like a Blue Eyes, essentially.
Really?
Yeah, like rare, like a first edition, like Blue Eyes from like the Legend of Blue Eyes set is probably the most money, if not including like.
But is it like $20,000?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't believe this.
Why?
I'm going to Google.
Why would Yu-Gi-Oh is up there, one of the most popular card games of all time? I'm not lying.
First edition.
Blue Eyes, Legend of Blue set. This is perfect for a podcast. 2K.
Yeah, $2,000.
I bet it's more. I bet it's just from you. That's a quick.
That was the highest one. There's like other ones that are for like $350.
So I don't want to look it up right now, but I guarantee if we look up,
we'll correct ourselves like later.
Put it. What is it right now? 40 seconds.
Yeah, just put right here at prox. Yeah, I think that it's probably at most like maybe 5,000, but it's not getting up there to a Charizard.
I bet it's the Charizard. No Charizard is more. Yeah, but I bet it's like.
That's also my.
I bet I can get into like the 20,000s
because I don't just watch Pokemon, him pulling the cards. I also watch him revealing the grade that they got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and do you know how they grade them?
They essentially grade it on like the
centering, corners, sides. Condition.
The condition of the card essentially is what I was going to say. Yeah. And
you got to look for it. The centering is what stops it from being. And if you get any, so for a while,
a PSA grade 10 is extremely rare to come across.
And if you, not only 10, but a 10 black label. That's the ticket, because you can get a gold one, which is pristine.
So pristine I forgot to say, you just basically Googled the first thing. If you grew like a PSA 10, is it PSA?
Yeah, something like that.
PSI? I don't know.
PSA.
PSA grade 10 like Blue Eyes, I bet is in like the 20,000s.
Yeah. Oh, it's Beckett too. Is Beckett's like a grading people. They have like the black label and shit. And if you just get that, it's like additional like $3,000 just because like to get a perfect 10 is so hard because I mean centering has nothing to do with like the condition of the card. It's literally how it's printed. So to get a 10 in that is like difficult because it's not always like perfectly centered. So you have to get a 10 in all 4 grading points, but you can obviously get like a 10 but have like a 9.5 or a 9 in something else.
Pokemon is I'm not a huge card game fan. It's fine.
You play a lot of card games.
Yes, but I've never bought a pack of cards before in my life. Well, since I was a child. Really? Just my friends will have cards. I don't own any of them.
Really?
Literally none.
I did not know
Except
that.
for the cards that I have when I was a child.
I used to have a lot.
Yeah, so Yu-Gi-Oh! I really enjoy as a card game because it every card that was printed theoretically can be used in the current game as long as it's not in the ban list, essentially.
Yeah.
So cards that will like have little to no effect in the old game, a new card will get printed and then it'll see relevancy again. And
it changes of the meta just based on
new cards
because you can make card sets that allow you to like say like a dragon that was really weak in a previous set makes it really strong in this set because I do like that.
Pokemon does not do that.
The idea of that is pretty cool rather than just like completely wiping out the
also
sets.
It's fun because
it's kind of like if you actually compare it to video games, this is a really good way to put it, is Pokemon's like TFT, whereas Yu-Gi-Oh's like League of Legends.
Yeah, for sure.
Because League meta will change, but all those champions will still be there. Whereas TFT, they kind of blank slate.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They'll have the same champion, but then they'll change up.
Also, what's interesting about Pokemon compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, also a lot of card games, is that with most card games, it's either you go, I go. You might be able to respond a little bit.
Trap card.
In Yu-Gi-Oh, I mean, you can. There are so many different effects in this game that the game is so dynamic that you can essentially you have moves and positions to make based on anything that your opponent does.
How is Magic?
I have no fucking idea how those games work.
That game's
I
like
only
really
know about Pokemon
right?
and Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh is interesting because it doesn't have a resource system like a Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone have like mana. Which you have to utilize in order to...
Or even in Pokemon, like it's energy cards, right? Or something?
Energy cards, yeah. It's similar, yeah. Mm-hmm. And when you want to use your abilities as Pokemon, you use your energy cards, yeah. In Yu-Gi-Oh, it's... I
mean, there is. It's the star point system.
No, it's a different... Sorta.
I mean, it's sorta. I mean, it's what restricts you from...
like playing any card, yeah. But later on in the game, it's completely...
I mean,
things like that don't even matter.
I mean, yeah, but it's the same in Hearthstone.
Like, I don't play Hearthstone.
There's a resource system that, like, so you get a gem, and I think that you start with 1 gem, and you're only able to play 1 gem cards, and then it goes to 2 gems.
Yeah.
And then you're able to play 2 gem cards. It's exactly like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a resource system. It's technically a resource system.
I mean, your resources, though, are the cards, opposed to in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, in Yu-Gi-Oh...
opposed to like in Hearthstone.
Yu-Gi-Oh, technically, you're able to like play as many cards as you want because you could have like 4 magic cards.
Yeah.
And you could just lay down all those and then a trap card. You can have all those laid down and you can lay that all down in the same turn. Whereas like in Hearthstone and those games, you can't really make as many moves.
With, what do we got, like 12 minutes left?
I got to take a shit really bad.
We'll just hold it for 12.
I mean, I can do the poop right now.
Yeah, you can hold it out for 12.
I could do the poop.
We have 2 topics left that I want to talk about. One of them you don't want to talk about. One is Dr. Disrespect.
Oh, the return. The return of the king. He's on our platform now. He's on our platform.
Watch out, because we are the kings,
hey,
but we'll let you take the prince spot.
Okay. Do you want me to break the news, or are you going to?
What's the news?
Dr. Disrespect is our next guest. He's on next week, boys. Make sure that you tune in. If you made it this far, comment below saying you can't wait for Dr. Disrespect.
Him and Greg Marcus.
Yeah, him and Greg Marcus. We're going to have Guy and Greg. Guy and Greg.
I got really
name being Guy.
Yeah, no, like him.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say. That the return of It's cool to see. He broke maybe a little bit over 500,000. Did he get to 600?
I don't.
From me personally, the highest I saw was like 560,000 viewers.
The way that he did it was so smart, and I loved it because recap, just to kind of go through the whole thing. Dr. Disrespect was randomly banned. Obviously, it wasn't random, but
random to us,
random to the viewers. We don't know why he was banned.
One of the biggest Twitch streamers on the platform.
He has gone this entire time for the last 2 months or so.
About a month and a half.
Of him not saying anything, pretty much saying I still don't know why I'm banned.
He was banned from this platform after signing a multi-million exclusive streaming deal with Twitch.
This is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch.
And Twitch never gave him a official reason why.
A streamer of the year.
A
two-time streamer of the year. And this guy goes on, like, he's just gone. We don't know why. Everybody's waiting. We wait for something. Rape allegations come out. Did you hear that too?
That was this.
I don't like that. But rape allegations come out. There's all these things coming out. This video.
Who people said he raped people?
Yes, you didn't know this?
Yeah, it was like rumors. It wasn't true.
Yeah, they just like make up shit.
Oh, yes. Because he was not saying anything, people just started assuming anything.
Which is on the back of that Method thing where Method Josh was banned on Twitch for raping a girl.
So it could have been
there was an open case.
Also, there was a potential, people were thinking that him, Ninja, and Shroud were teaming together to make another streaming platform.
Yeah, there was
in conjunction with Google. A lot of huge theories
coming up, and then he releases this video of just him kind of dancing in like an alley, and it's just a silhouette, and you tell.
Well, my old roommate goes, well, we know officially that it's not a sexual misconduct.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
He didn't rape anybody.
Yeah, you guys just keep on. And I go, where did you guys get that? And you guys go, well, the video tells it all. It's literally just a silhouette of him dancing.
Well, because if you were a rapist, you would never put the video.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
And that's actually true.
That's facts. That's hashtag
because
facts.
If you're a rapist.
You can go to Wikipedia with that shit and check Wikipedia, and that'll be right there. You're not.
Brian Callen should put that out.
Yeah,
just a video of him, a silhouette of him dancing, and people would think, "Oh, that guy's definitely not a rapist."
Yeah. And then to hint at that he's going to YouTube or whatever, he releases a music video called Red Skies, and it's just like a back shot of him like looking over a skyline and it playing like this very soft music, and everybody goes, well, he's going to YouTube. And before he even made the announcement, they're like, well, he's going to stream on YouTube. And then he made the announcement that he's streaming on YouTube, goes to YouTube, streams the first day, and all it is a green screen of this Lamborghini parked in an abandoned like gas station.
Did it have a countdown?
No.
Well, because that when you went to the stream about it an hour or 2 hours beforehand, it did have a countdown to the stream. So it eventually became a countdown.
Yeah, but he streamed that day 250,000, or no, it was 350,000.
Essentially, we're watching a screensaver
of people just watching the screensaver, getting ready for it.
Yeah.
He never goes live. He doesn't turn on anything. He just linked it, didn't end up going live, just having that. Comes back the next day and hits it hard. And the guy fucking, from what I hear, I only watched a little bit. I was watching, and he was still high energy.
I mean, he still made me laugh.
Really
he has a producer. I think his name is Mike. Mm-hmm. And Mike was doing something. He's like, out. I need you to get out of here. Not today. I need you out of here. Not today. And then he, like, the notifications were popping up. They were dinging like crazy. It's like, Mike, I'm going to need you back. I need you to come back. You got to turn off those notifications.
Not today. I really like that.
That really got me. He's fucking hilarious.
He's a very funny guy.
Cheat on his wife. What can you do?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. I don't give a fuck.
That return was also very good as well.
Yeah, and now he's on YouTube. I'm still not going to watch his stream. I'm not a big this is the only stream I've ever
clips.
Yeah, I'm going to watch the clips. This is the only stream I've ever turned into. And I watched the beginning before he started playing games, and then I started playing Warzone, so I didn't watch the whole thing. But I had it on the whole time. Yeah. You know, supporting more than I've ever done
for me. You've never turned on my stream.
All right, I got about 6 minutes left. Let me get in this real quick thing that I want to say.
Tell it.
Okay.
What you got, big guy?
So you're gonna immediately be upset.
Say it.
But just ignore it.
If you talk about credit cards, I'm going to beat your fucking ass.
This is my credit card portion.
I do not want you to talk about credit cards.
It's not anything to do with you.
All right, that's all for this thought.
It's not anything to do with you. It's not anything to do with my credit card game at all.
Okay.
I just need to explain that the reason why I've been memeing and joking about it is because I've been trapped in the credit card algorithm. A while ago, back when I first got my first one, I Googled or YouTubed what's the best credit card to get. Yes. So I got whatever one I did.
Yep.
Come back to this time. Now I'm just getting recommended all of these credit card videos about the best. And
let me tell a little bit. Like
I have learned,
so David just recently got a new credit card.
Number 2.
He's got a new credit card, and because of it, he every single day calls me and goes, yeah, so like, what's your credit score? I can get you on a no interest Capital One card, no problem.
No APR.
Cash back.
No APR for the first 18 months, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
If you need a balance transfer, you can take a 3% hit, but it's worth it in the end.
Yeah.
I can get you on shit like that, no problem.
Yeah, and you just keep
that credit score up.
You keep on trying to give me credit cards as if this is your job. You're trying to sell me on credit cards.
But it's only because these videos are constantly recommended to me, so they're always in my head. So this is what I've learned about this community.
Okay.
They're called credit card churners.
Okay.
And they look at the credit card industry as if it's a game and that there's a metagame. And I swear they talk about each form of credit cards as like early game, mid game, late game. There's this guy named Ask Sebi.
Okay.
And he's like, all right, this is the build I want you to set up with. And he's talking about it
this is the build?
Swear to God, these are his quotes.
So you might want to start out with this talent setup.
Yeah. Like, I'm not kidding. This is what it is, right?
Really?
And they're talking about optimization. And they don't, if you have like a spouse, they don't call them your wife. They call it your player too. This is like legitimately,
really.
This is what the community is.
Really?
So if you go, there's on r/churning, they have a flow chart.
Really?
I swear to God. And it's like, if you want a specific credit card, it'll tell you, do you want this? Yes. Do you want this? No. And then it just like flows down to and it'll tell you exactly what credit cards you should apply for and what time frame you should wait in between each credit card, so you can maximize the points and essentially get free travel and hotels and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a grind-free credit card setup that I don't have to grind.
Yeah.
I just want to hit max level, and once I hit max level, I'd really like to farm then. That's when I'd like to hit, I want to get full best in slot.
Yeah.
So like I want to have the full best in slot credit cards. I want everything.
Okay, we're going to start you with the Capital One Platinum card.
Okay.
Then we're going to move you onto the Chase Freedom and Chase Freedom Unlimited. What's interesting about the Chase cards is they have the 5
credit cards do these guys have?
18, 19, 20.
Really?
I swear to God. I'm not joking. And so there'll be like, okay.
How old are these guys?
30s, 20s.
Really?
Yeah. They'll be like, okay, so here are the 5 base credit cards. Everybody should have these 5. And then they go,
do you have a base 5?
Yeah. I swear.
I in total have only ever had 5 ever, and like 2 of them were like, one was a Kohl's card that I used once just to like, I applied for it because like they forced me into it. They're like, you should apply it, and then I bought like my purchase that day with it, and then like paid it off right away because I was just going to buy it with cash.
So they tell you want a base 5, and when they're telling you, they go like, it's base 5, but I'm going to say the 7 that I have. These are, I mean, realistically. And then they'll go to like, okay, now.
You're going to want to max this one out and put as many skill points into this one.
So then we'll go up to the 10, the base 10, and they call these the keeper cards. And realistically, I have about 15 keeper cards. Cards that they like to just have for the benefits.
Why have you been talking to me about credit cards this entire time? It's never once been funny to me. I've hated it. Every time that we have this conversation, it's even turned into like a serious conversation before. Yeah. A long, serious conversation.
Save it up for this.
And then you don't tell me the funny part of it.
Yeah.
Ever. You just like, you kept on telling me this inside joke that only you had the inside on.
Yeah, but I never really did it on here except for like 2 minutes at the end of a podcast.
Yes, but who cares if it's on there? I've had to hear it on the phone every single day for the last like 3 weeks.
Because if I have to hear it every day with because I just keep clicking the YouTube video. I literally, I've heard the same.
Okay, but I haven't been talking to you about Pokemon cards. I haven't been going, okay, well, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy the Sun and Moon packs because you have a higher chance of pulling GX Charizard.
Do you know why I've been saying it as well? Because because of how much that these guys have been telling me to do it, it makes me frustrated that I've done it wrong a little bit.
Really?
Because there are certain cards that like, see, I was excited about the City double cash that I got. Mm-hmm. Now I'm pissed off. I should have got a different card.
Really?
Yeah, I should have got a chase card.
Because you're hitting your mid game now, and you really.
I am hitting mid game, and I'm already fucking up the mid game.
Yeah, you're fucking up the mid game pretty hard. Because in the end, if you fuck up the mid game,
I played the early game right.
It's not going to set up your late game very well.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part is because you're not going to get full best in slot, which is terrible. Because if you're not having the full best in slot, then you're just fucked.
I can tell you what the mid game is, where you like this.
Do you know the word best in slot?
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Best in slot is like so it's BIS.
Do you know what 524 is?
No.
Okay, well then let me tell you what that is.
Is that a credit card insider?
Yes.
Best in slot is like me referring to it as like an MMORPG. Is if you have like a bunch of gear, best in slot is like the best piece of gear that you can have in each slot.
524.
So having a best in slot set up for your credit cards is the 7 best credit cards to end the late game with.
524 is have you applied for 5 credit cards and got approved in the past 24 months? If you have, Chase will just automatically deny you on every single credit card.
Really?
You can't have applied for more than 5 credit cards. So
in 2 years?
In 2 years. Chase will just automatically, including their partnered credit cards, which include like hotel cards or like airline cards. Ooh. So they will tell you that if you're under the limit, that these are the Chase cards that you need to get first. And really? It'll be like Hyatt Hotels, Marriott Hotels, Southwest cards.
All right.
And then
I think that we've learned enough today. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry that you guys had to deal with that.
I'm glad I got it out.
Make sure that you guys smash that like button.
All right.
Peace
See
out,
you later.